toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on another team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They believe they can run right here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you wanted to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
The short hand, it's Welch. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. The option look. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Welch.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground with the counter. It's a seam wide open. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
The counter play is a great play to mix in with your base concepts. Obviously, everybody flies to the football, bang. Now you pull a guy, you go backside, give him a little counter, keep the defense off balance.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Ribbed in the middle, it's McKenzie. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
He'll do it himself. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Doors!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, make making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch, called for and made. Makes the quick grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the 1st? That's huge.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Reese. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
He's got it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He wants to throw it again. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Welsh. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a...
It's a running room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
First down, Commodores. On the ready. That's the end of the first quarter. The score time, 7-7.
So first down here as they go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Short gain on the play before he slides.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Commodores are facing third and inches. They want to run this quarterback. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Commodores are marching down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. And the ball's free in the backfield. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now the play fake. Rush is on him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
That's caught. It's Welch. On the move at the 30. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his man. It's Brown. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Oh, what a call. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground. Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Caught, to the marker. It's Clay. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Wants to throw again. This time on target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Right down the middle. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. Fights off a defender. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
The Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Jennings. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's Welsh. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Welsh. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, and letting them get some positive yards.
Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now on the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Crosses midfield. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mississippi State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point was good. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. On the run, it's Clay. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's a flea flicker. Still looking, on the move. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Commodores with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll run the screen. Wide open spaces. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Commodores are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Welsh. Oh, it's on the ground, live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Look out, he's got room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in press coverage. Caught in the backfield, it's Winston. There he goes. He's loose. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback, you're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll try the right side. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
Looking for a man. It's Coleman Hope. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just...
Turning on the Jets. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now, let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you up recruiting trail and in the future, and, kind of take that, and a little rub their nose in it.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Not 1, but 2 sacks on the day, and possibly more to come. Still time left in this football game, and this is a beatdown. You know all passes are coming. This offensive line better do a better job.
Here comes the heat. Dances away. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Running back searching for a hole. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught over the middle, it's Reese. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Crum and Hope. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Winston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. This offense has it with really good field position. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Welch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Commodores are on the move. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide and
touchdown Commodores! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, you gotta love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
point is good. They still trail 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Central Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. He breaks a tackle. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek it. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Jennings. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Touchdown, Vandy! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. Dropping back, it's Coleman Hope. Got his man all by himself. There he goes down the right side.
Caught by the receiver. Gain of 40. First and goal, Mississippi State.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence for them.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.